Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. It's always such an exciting time when it comes time to get on the podcast, broadcast for God, honey, to give you a word from the Lord. Not about your money, but it is about the legend. Excuse me while I do something real quick, keeping it real. It is about the legend who gave us the breakthrough. It's about the legends who gave us the breakthrough. All the legends, starting from the very first legend, that's God. What a mighty God we serve. I'm telling you, I love that song. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve. Okay, so then, it's a beautiful song. I love it. It break off into something else. Jesus is the God we serve. Okay, yeah. But the Spirit of God lives within you. See, when we start breaking off calling God names, see, that's when indoctrination religion comes in. See, because then we want to call him this and call him that. Then that just includes a certain group of people. If you just want to call him this, then that's the group of people that call him that. But really, the name is God. We can put God. God got this great big umbrella, of all these abbreviations, doctrinations, indoctrinations. Got to go to school for this, theology, that, got to learn this, got to learn that. Got to know this, got to know that. But we are all called prophet of all nations. That's what God says. So get up and speak the word of God. The word of God is love, honey. Stop breaking God off. Just call is God is what it is. God by any name is still the same. Yesterday, today, and forever is God. So, the great big umbrella, we start at the top. God is God. You pray in Jesus' name, okay, but it still is God, God is God is God. God is the same today, yesterday, and forever. God is and always has been love. When has God changed? When has God not been love? God is love. And by the Spirit within you, to pray it forward, to love you, to sow love too, for the breakthrough. So we can keep on growing and keep on moving and keep on sowing, honey, because I can't give up. To give up, to give will be to give evil, the evil breakthrough. And I ain't about to do that, honey. I'm getting ready to turn around and turn it around and have turned around and done a complete 360. To recycle me. God done dip me, recycle me, turn me, twist me, flip me. Everything God had to do to maneuver me to get me on the right path with God. So, honey, I can tell you right now, I see the spiritual warfare out there. I see I can run over there and meet some more black people. I see I can run over here and get a part of this and be in that. The evil say, look at this, look at that. I see I can go run and get a TV real quick and tune in and see what deadly women got going on, what new techniques they came out with. But honey, I got to keep my eyes focused on the prize, and the prize is God. The prize ain't to get no evil breakthrough for nobody. The prize is for God. For God to get the breakthrough. Because God said, my will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. So who am I to say, no, it ain't God? Who am I to say before me? God before, who am I? I'm nobody, really. Without God, I'm nobody. The clothes, the furniture, the stoves, the jewelry, the TV. None of it means nothing to me. It did, and really, God was always first and foremost in my life. I was just doing me. And doing me was messing me up, totally messing me up. So I had to quit doing me, honey, and let God do me. I had to let God, come on, God got to step in, honey, because I was about to give in. I was about to let go. I was at the end of the rope. Talking about holding on. I was at the end, honey. The rope was slipping away. But God grabbed hold of me and lifted me back up, put me on my righteous way. Put me back on the path, a woman on track for God. To put me back on the path that I was on, the journey, but then here comes something come along because I wouldn't go looking for something. I thought I need to go find some black people to meet. And so, y'all, I went over there. Nothing against, dating, online dating, nothing against that. But, honey, I'm telling you something. You got to find the happiness within you. It begins within you. Start being happy within you. Then you can sow love too. The love is going to come to you. Look at my harvest. 56 countries wide. Y'all even got to update the website. Last time I put on there is 41 countries. I looked at that just yesterday. Honey Grow, the Grow headquarters is busy. Keep growing. Keep sowing the seeds of love. Keep rising up in God. I'm telling you, we rising, we growing, we sowing, we moving. Honey, I'm telling you one thing. I love me. I'm a queen. I love me the way God made me. I don't need to straighten it up. It's already straightened up. God didn't make it straight. God made it to come out the way it come out. So I like it the way it is. I like to take my fingers and twist them through it sometime. I do. And pull the knots out on my own. Sometimes I don't need no comb. That's how God made it. I walk out the door like this. This is how God made me, honey. I'm telling you. I'm standing. I'm standing strong right now. I truly am. I'm standing with the women of Afghanistan, who are just oppressed, who are held down. I'm standing, with the people who are going through oppression, whose smiles are turned upside down, who just all under oppression, don't know no way out, don't know to grow in God is the way to get out, is the way to break free from that evil spiritual warfare out there. God is the way, the truth, and the light. God is the way. That's what shined the light on me. That's the way I saw the light. See, because now I can even see the end of the oppression, underground railroad we've been on. Because, see, I'm on a journey. God got me on a true journey. And you going to know all about it, honey. God got me on the journey, and it's just amazing. It's unfolding all before my eyes. I'm just going through the motions. I do what's in front of me. I can sit here and say I'm going to do this and do that all day long. But in the end, honey, it's God's will. See, because I meditate before I do anything. And God tell me which way to go. I can decide I want to go right today. God said, no, we're going left. I just go. I'm there guiding the steering wheel. I'm telling you, honey, God is in control of the navigation, the transmission, the controls. God is in the car. God is there, honey. I'm telling you, God is guiding me. See, I'm no longer a part of the spiritual warfare out there. No part of that drama, chaos, negativity, no part of none of that. Because God had to remove me so I can hear the voice of the Lord. How you going to hear the voice of the Lord? You got somebody screaming at you all day. Hollering, screaming for no reason. Screaming just to be screaming. Scream and call a little boy all the way downstairs. Just say something silly, crazy to him. Not say nothing encouraging. Just the author of confusion. Just mess. Just mess all in the house. But now, see, God broke me free of that. And so now I got peace. I got, you just wouldn't believe it. And the story gonna come out. It's all gonna come out, honey. You part of the beautiful ending of this beautiful growth story, honey. Just keep growing, because I'm telling you, we on a journey. And we being lifted. We being lifted from this oppression. God is blessing us because, see, now our focus is not even on the oppression. Our focus is on the beauty, God's beauty. Our focus is on love. Our focus is on praying the love forward. Our focus is on driving this evil and hate out and making the world great. That's what our focus is on. So keep the focus on the solution, not the problem, the solution. So keep growing on. Keep on growing, kings and queens. Keep on rising to reach the dream. We rising up there. We going to go up there. We going to grow up there. And then we're going to shoot the ball in. And when we shoot the ball in, there we grow. We have overcame. I'm telling you, we sing that now, honey. The glory is now today, because we growing for a better way. Here we grow in God. So love grow. I get excited. I do. I get excited about the Lord, honey. It's been a journey, tragedy after tragedy, just constantly stuff happening in my life. And now I just thank God, because I'm so happy I can't believe it. The sadness of the spiritual warfare that's going on out there around me. I don't bother nobody, honey. I so love everywhere I grow. Even the people who can't stand at the fact that I drive the speed limit so they can get the evil breakthrough. When they pass by me, honey, I don't even look over there because I already know what I'm going to look at. A finger, a evil face, a scowl. So why look over there? I keep my eyes focused on the prize. I just keep looking ahead. So when they look at me, they see me looking ahead. Looking to God. There go God. Look with me. Look up there. Look to the sky, look to the hills. See, sometimes I be riding, I have to, if there it is. I have to snap that picture, honey. I have to get it. If I have to pull over, whatever I have to do, I have to get that picture, honey, to show you that God is moving. I got 5,000 pictures. That's the one thing that this iPhone do right. It don't do nothing else right. Mess everything else up. He done put a calendar in there. I can't even program nothing in the calendar. It's so sophisticated. I'm telling that calendar, it can really, I guess I'm supposed to tell it what I want to do. I don't know. Because I can't even figure the thing out. I can sit down with my daughter, she's 17 now, Labor Day. I can sit down with her and a notebook maybe and have her go through it with me one more umpteen time, to figure out how to work this iPhone. Because long as I'm able to do what I need to do with it, honey, the rest of the stuff, I like to work the other features, but I don't have time. I don't have time to go to iPhone school. I got to keep growing. So, until the end, when God bless me, where I'm able to do better, I got to keep on working with what I work with. Because God said, take care of the small things. I grant you with the great things. Because it took a lot for me to move from Android to iPhone. It took a lot. I had to be, really talk into it. Really talked into it. But, I'm thankful for it. I am. I just have to ask it before I can get anything. You have to ask iPhone, is it okay for me to get it? I guess that's security, the way they work it out or whatever. And I noticed a lot of things are becoming digital. A whole lot of stuff. You notice that? A whole lot of stuff is becoming digital. But I even walked past it used to be a bank in the grocery store. I walked past that ATM. I thought it was a UFO. First, I had to stop and look at it. It had all kind of lights and flashing and it's just going on. I thought the thing had just landed inside the grocery store. So I turned around and looked at it, honey. Oh, that used to be the bank. Man, they replacing human beings with machines. Everything is turning digital. Honey, you go over there and probably just, you stick your ATM card in that machine. Honey, ain't no telling what that machine might give you a cup of coffee. That machine, honey, just bling, bling. Like I thought it might have had a slot thing on the side of it. I don't know. Anyway, honey, it's time to grow. See, that's what I'm saying. I got to try to catch up on things, honey. I'm still old school. I ain't up to date on all this stuff. I on TikTok and I try to put up TikTok, but I ain't got time for that. I really don't. It's already busy enough. I can't even keep up with the Instagram, honey. So if you on Instagram, let them know, fam, that we growing. We growing for a better way. Cause see, I ain't got time today. Maybe tomorrow I keep on trying to see how it is. Cause honey, I got to record the podcast. I got some stuff on broadcast. Honey, I got some things that's in the making. God is moving and we shaking and baking. Honey, it's getting ready to be a journey. I see now. I see what is happening. That from the time that I began to today, God has prepared me for the journey. And Lord, send me. I am ready. God be my shield. I am ready to grow. Wherever I am needed to grow, I'm ready to grow for the Lord, honey. See, because I used to do me. I used to do it my way. That's what it was. I used to sing the song. I could have wrote the lyrics. I did it my way, but doing me messed me up, honey, had me slipped up, fell for the setup, But one thing I did do, God told me, rise up. Tupac said, hold your head up. See, because God gave him the wisdom to tell us, Hold your head up. Into each life, some rain gon' fall. The fall is gon' fall. Don't slip and fall. Yo, hold on to the rod and the staff is right there. Hold on, grab on, and keep growing on in God, honey. Because I'm going to tell you something. These legends, these freedom fighters gave us a message, honey. They were telling us something. You could pop and snap your fingers to the words all you want to, the beat all you want to, honey. But I'm going to tell you something. There really was a message in the music. So, now I ain't going to sing it again. But it really was a message in the music, honey. So you need to go back now and rethink it. Hold your head up. Look up. Rise up. And one thing you really need to know, that love covers everything. Love is the key. It really, really is. Yes, it is, honey. So keep on growing in God. Let me tell you something. I done cut out sugar. I'm not cut it out, but I cut down considerably on sugar. What I eat, it's got to mean something, or it ain't going in. If it ain't don't mean nothing to my health, what I'm eat it for? What I'm eat something that's gonna worsen my health and shorten my time here. See, that's all a part of growth, milestone that I went through. So, I really try to watch what I eat. And tell you, I'll be getting on one, honey. So, I really try to watch what I eat, really try to watch what I put in, because I wanna live a healthier lifestyle. It's all a part of growing in God, honey, because the body really wasn't made for me. It's good. It's real good, but it really wasn't made for me. And even if you just cut back on it, and sugar, I always knew bees make honey, but I never liked insects. And so I could never see myself eating no honey because bees made it. Bees had something to do with it, and they're an insect, and I don't like bees. But honey, I love honey. I love honey. I put honey just about on everything. Can't do it with coffee. I got to put I put just enough sugar to taste, and then I only drink enough coffee to taste. See, because me and coffee then came a long way, and so, back when I was a child. But sugar, we got to cut back on sugar because sugar is not healthy. Or use brown sugar. We got to use some sugar. But honey, honey, honey. When you're godly, godly. And honey, honey, honey. I'll tell you, bees is next to God, honey. God created the bees made the honey, and honey, I love honey. I do. Honey is next to God, honey. So I put honey on just about everything. I put it in my water. Talk about milk and honey. Yeah, the land of milk and honey. I drink that too. Honey, I love honey. So save the bees so the bees can save the honey for you. Honey is good. Honey is really healthy. Honey, you put honey on wounds. That's one old wives tale, but it really works. You can put honey on, little superficial wounds, that you hurt yourself, whatever. Another thing, toothpaste for burns, not the gel. Toothpaste for superficial burn, like you burn yourself with an iron or something like that, accidentally burn yourself. Not no second degree, third degree, first degree, no second and third degree burn, nothing like that. Another thing, I forgot to tell you. I don't know if I did. I was 3 months away from nursing school, honey, but I'm squeamish. I can't see blood and sores. I can't even look at roadkill. If I see it coming along the way, I turn my head so I can make sure I don't look at it. I can't, I don't do sores and things, so I couldn't finish nursing school, but I study and show myself approved to take care of me. So, I didn't always do the right things, as far as eating. I ate chitlins, pork, all that stuff. I let go of pork a long time ago. I'm tell you really, I let go of pork a long time ago. And, cause it's not good. It tastes good. Ham, bacon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it tastes good. I can't even think of cooking a pot of beans without throwing some ham hocks in there. Some neck bones. I can't even think of it, but now I can. I eat beans without pork all the time now. And I don't eat seafood except for salmon and oysters. That's it. I don't eat no fish. And I did say I don't eat no. Yes, I don't eat no fish, no crab, shrimp, none of that. So, as I'm dashing, they'll never have to worry about me eating none of their food. I don't eat no beef, hot dogs, none of that stuff. I can never see myself biting into animal flesh again. And it came from the children. They the one told me. My daughter has been a vegetarian now for 3 years, I believe. Been 2 years. It's been 2 years. And she's been doing great, beautiful. And I'm gonna tell you something, when you eat better, you feel better. You really truly do. I sleep like a feather. I don't wake up in my sleep no more. Because when I was heavy, I was 198 pounds at my heaviest. And I wasn't even pregnant then. So just imagine. 198 pounds. So I was having trouble. I was waking up out of my sleep because I couldn't breathe. Now that's scary. Now it don't happen no more. I don't wake up out of my sleep because I can't breathe. I sleep light as a feather because not only let the oppression bother me, it's there, yes. But I cast my cares to the Lord and give it to him. But honey, I started eating right and doing better, and trying to activate this body because I can't give in to the back. I can't let the back take over. I got to take over the back. Honey, I got to have some kind of control or the back gonna take over and there it go. There I go. I'ma sit it out for real. And I can't have that. I got too much work to do. Too much sewing to do, too much growing. Just like you see the beautiful queen outside in her garden. The elderly queen sit out there working in her garden, honey. She don't let nothing hold her down from planting her beautiful flowers and letting her garden grow. Amen. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love you. We're going to rise up. We're going to do the thing, kings and queens. We're going to do the godly thing in God. Just give it over to God each and every day. There you grow. God then gave you the side, use the rain in your life and grow.